Hi, it's Joe. On this channel I'm talking about beekeeping, and one of my goals for this channel is to help beginners be more successful with beekeeping. So if you want to see more videos like the one I'm doing today, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Like this video, it really helps me with the YouTube algorithms. And if you can take a moment and comment, just say anything, say something nice, say, give your thoughts on it, ask questions. Give me positive, negative feedback. I would appreciate any of that. All of that will help me and my videos rank higher in YouTube's algorithms. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to talk about this hive. I started this hive from a split, and I started it last week. I did a split and I didn't have a queen at the time. So I let them have a queen cell, but if you let them have a queen cell and you let them raise their own queen, it takes quite a while before you have new brood. So I'm going to be introducing the queen, and before I do that though, I want to make sure that the queen cell that was in here didn't hatch, because if the queen cell did hatch, I have to find that queen and figure out what I want to do with her. I might set something up where she can, maybe I'll set up a small nuke for her where she can go and mate, and I don't have to get rid of her. I hate to get rid of a good queen, but I have a mated laying queen here. This is going to give them a head start. I won't have to wait 10, 12 days before the new queen mates. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through this hive, see if the queen cell that was in here hatched. If it did hatch, then I have to find the queen, I have to catch her, put her in a cage, and then introduce this new queen. Preferably, you want them without a queen for 24 hours before introducing a new one. This queen is in a cage. I'm gonna try and introduce her right away. I think if they have a virgin queen, that they're not as loyal to her, I guess, but we'll see. Hopefully this goes well. This split there's about 7 frames of bees. It's not a very large population. Just taking a look for the queen. Sometimes these young queens are hard to spot because their abdomens haven't gotten long yet and they weigh quite a bit less. A laying queen will lay, I think it's 25 to 40% more than a non-laying queen. So they really put on the weight to start laying eggs. I'm looking for queen cells. I don't see any. Well, here it is. There is a capped queen cell. So it looks like there's some capped brood in here. There's definitely no eggs. Oh, there is a queen. So there was another queen cell. It looks like she probably just emerged. She's up in this corner. Now I gotta find her again. These virgin queens can be pretty hard to spot. Let's go with her. I did end up capturing her. Show it to the camera. She just probably hatched maybe within the last hour. You may not have had a chance to go around and look for the other queen cells yet. That was my fault. I did get stung. There's some queen cells. Oh, there's a second queen. 2 queens, and they didn't fight it out yet. I came just at the right time. So what I might do with these queens, because I hate wasting good queens, is I might make little mating nukes where I just take a small number of them. Wow, there was a lot of queen cells. Oh, here's one that hatched. Here's some queen cells. There's quite a few. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think I got rid of another 1, but you can see this one just hatched. So that's one of them that just hatched. You can see
inside of there, there's the young queen, and these other queens would have killed them off. So some of these are varying ages, but when they don't have a queen, they make a whole bunch of emergency cells. Oh, here's another one. Wow, look at this. So I have to be very careful to look for any other queens that came out, because I don't want them killing my new queen. My new mated queen. So I put my new mated queen in there. She'll be laying in 2 days or so, versus these that will be laying in 10 or 12 days. And that's a lot of time when you're looking at 1,500 eggs a day or so. I'll have to decide what to do with those 2 virgin queens, because they would still have to go on a mating flight. I think I found the 2 queens that emerged, and I'm going to introduce this mated queen. She'll be a little easier to spot because she has a blue dot on her. She is a Michigan queen. She comes from Michigan overwintered stock. He said he had some Russian, some Carniolan, so it's probably a hybrid of the 2. But I really like getting bees that survive locally. I think that's important. I'll try and stick her in the center of the cluster. I want to make sure when you put the queen in, you have the candy opening. There's usually a plug on here, a cap on here. I take the cap off. There's candy, sugar candy, that the bees have to eat through. As they eat through that, they're getting used to the queen's pheromone. So I will put that right in here. They should be pretty receptive to her, because those 2 virgin queens that recently emerged, their pheromone hasn't been in the hive long. I think I'll make a little mating nuke here. She won't need very many bees in there with her, just enough to keep her warm. There's no brood anymore really, because this hive has been without a queen for a while. So there is some cat brood. I'm not going to put any of that in. I'll just take some of these frames with bees. This one has quite a few young bees. I can see because they're fuzzy looking. Those are good ones to move over. They will take care of the queen well. I'm going to put some nectar and a little bit of pollen. And I think that's all I really need in this little nuke. I'm trying to see which of these is bigger. One of them was definitely a bigger one. So I'm going to put her in here and let her do a mating flight. And she will be a laying queen in probably about 10 days or so. So this hive has 5 frames of bees. Hopefully she is released quickly and can start getting this population growing again. It's kind of been stagnating. When it was part of the other hive, they were trying to swarm for 2 or 3 weeks, and the queen really wasn't laying anything. And I'm not sure what happened. I don't think they swarmed. It's possible they swarmed, but they just weren't doing much. And then they had all these queen cells they were making, so I decided to do a split to prevent swarming.